snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. That caught by Tremble. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. The 20. 5. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play action, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw, Fields. It's caught by Mike Evans. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give up the middle, Hubbard. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson now. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hubbard again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. Cut.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And again back to Kmet. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air again, Fields. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
22-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. There's Evans again, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Montgomery back to the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Higbee, 27 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Buckers on target. And the lead is up to 8. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's fielded at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. On first and 10, here's Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. We have played 3 quarters. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Second down and 3. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 23. Now Jackson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Play action. It's Jackson. That caught by Trimble. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it up the middle, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Fields going to hold on to it. They'll run forward Montgomery, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We'll
certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Hold it ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And Marshall's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They keep the... And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Now Jackson. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing, Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Back and 60.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They're facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for Chicago, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 5.